Here in the studio we have PK Miller, we have Jaja PhD, and Abdul 3K. So we're waiting for Rafi.
Rafi will join us shortly.
Yeah, Rafi will join us shortly, and we're probably going to have Razak on the call later on. Razak and Noel.
So we have been away for a while. Everybody has been busy. Then we are back now. I think this is the fifth episode.
Yeah, this is the fifth episode.
Yeah.
And our recess has been like really long.
Yeah.
So this is fresh.
I know we are missed. We are missed. So many messages.
Yeah.
Twitter mentions.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
So you have to follow us.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And we have Jaja in Jos for the first time.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Jos before? No.
No, I mean, I think that's what first time means. I've never.
Have you been to the north?
I've never
I've been to the north.
Yes, of course.
Like outside Abuja.
Yeah, of course. I've been to Nasarawa.
Okay.
That's the north. I've been to Kogi. Should I say passed by? I can't stay in Kogi.
Wow.
Obviously, the white elephant or the white lion. What does he call himself?
Abilu.
Thor. We'll talk about him.
I think we'll talk about him eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do on Notorious Podcast is we discuss some stuff about the North and try to discuss other issues using from the Northern perspective. So today we're just going to discuss three main things, and we'll have time for miscellaneous. We'll go through other topics that we have. So let's start with the first one. So Maraji's post today on Instagram. What's your take?
Sparked so many reactions.
Yeah, like a lot of people
she's trending. I think she's the number one trending topic.
And rightfully so. I feel like she opens a can of worms, something we haven't spoken about for a bit.
That's how we all brought up. If you're being fair.
You get it.
So
that's the point.
Why are people acting brand new? We've all been singing these songs. All other gods are the works of men. We grew up singing those songs. What does Allahu Akbar mean? What do these things mean? That Muslims say there's no other God but Allah. There's no other deity worthy of worship. Muslims say those things. No one is up in arms. Also, and most importantly, she was talking about going to heaven.
Yeah.
So she's a Christian, there's a Christian heaven. And the Bible is very clear on who will go to the Christian heaven. If you are not a Christian, you're not going to the Christian heaven. Muslims have their own heaven. I don't know whether they call it heaven, but they have somewhere they go.
Jannah, right?
Yeah.
That's the heaven.
Yeah. So every religion, or most religions, have their paradise or their heaven, somewhere nice. If you're nice, you go there, And people like us, without religion,
we're free thinker.
We're not going anywhere nice, so we have to enjoy.
Well, I saw it somewhere. Is it for you?
You mean where we're going when we die?
No, like you're a free thinker.
Well, yeah, my thoughts are not usually paid for. No, I'm joking. But I'd rather be called irreligious. I don't know what free thinker really means. So for some people, when you say some really weird stuff, when you've had some LSD or really high kush, they say you're a free thinker.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just irreligious. I don't identify as Christian, Muslim, or anything, which is also good because I can be Christian, Muslim, or anything. So you catch me in Abuja saying my Alhamdulillah, and in Port Harcourt saying, oh, God bless you, Jesus is Lord. Wherever I am, I blend in very well. But back to Maraji, the Bible is very clear. For instance, and I said today as well, the Bible is homophobic. When the Bible criminalizes, demonizes, abuses gay people, LGBT, everyone is like, yeah, that's all right. Bloody sinners, abomination. No one is up in arms. And now all of a sudden, they are using the same Bible to confine everyone who is not coming through Jesus to the Christian hell. And now everybody is saying, oh, that's insensitive. It came on the day of Eid, etc., etc., etc. As if Maraji had said that 3 days ago or 4 days ago, Muslims would have been like, yeah, that's fine.
I think the reaction would have been the same.
Exactly.
But maybe the intensity for this was quite high or higher, but people always react this way.
It's a public holiday.
And
people
are free.
Yeah. People have time on their hands. It's a public holiday.
I was really hoping the EPL was going to change this, like push such rash conversations of
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good to have it. The fact remains that if you are not a Christian, you are not going to Christian heaven. And I keep saying Christian heaven because I don't think there's one heaven for everybody. If you're not a Christian, you're not going to Christian heaven. It doesn't matter if you're upset or not.
True.
Why do Muslims even want to go to Christian heaven? It's not going to be fun. You're not praying 5 times there. There's no Eid in Christian heaven. So why would you want to go there? You have people like Kumuyi and Adeboye and Olukoya. I wouldn't want to go to Christian heaven. It's boring. Why would anyone want to go there? So why are people fighting over these things?
And I'm not sure it's ending today because
it's not.
More people are joining in.
I just feel like, well, maybe the way we are so sensitive these days, everybody just anything someone says, people try to take it personal. So I feel like sometimes you just look at the context you're in, like try to just, as you said, blend in. So if Maraji knew that she was going to get this kind of backlash, I don't think she should have done it. Maybe there's a way you can do this kind of things. I understand if being religious, you have, well, for the main religions, you have the obligation of going to preach to others. So you don't have to try to downplay some other person's religion. You don't have to say stuff like it is not Allah, it's not. You don't need to specifically say it.
She said you people are not going to heaven if you're not coming to Jesus. Why are you upset? Also, some people
are saying as a public figure, she should be politically correct.
Oh, please.
So you just
can I say fuck on this podcast?
Well, you can curse.
Yeah, they can fuck off. They can fuck off totally. What is that? We cannot censor the young woman. She loves the Lord. Hallelujah. She loves God. Her God, her Christian God. And so she's doing that. That's totally fine. If you have your own views, say your views. Sure. If our worshippers have been demonized the whole time, people literally, when you're talking about devil, you're talking about Ifa, Shango, all those people, and you don't see Ifa worshippers up in arms. They just mind their business and they wait for you people in Ifa hell to deal with you.
Okay, so they said they caught one man with charms or something. Sometime last year, he's not the speaker in Lagos.
Yeah.
And you're like the former pastor in is not the vice president.
Exactly. We demonize a lot of religions and then turn around when ours is being demonized. Thankfully, someone was saying to me, when people say things about Christians on Christmas, I'll see how you feel like, bro. You can say anything. In fact, Christianity is one of the most insulted religions in the world. There are literally shows on Amazon Prime,
it shows everywhere. Cartoon Network.
That insult Christianity every single day. And everyone just looks at it and laughs. Some people say Jesus is gay. We laugh, ha ha ha, and move on. But I dare you to say some other person, some other place, of some other religion. I will not mention names. Is gay. And I wish you the best. Totally.
I wouldn't want to do that though. I want to be. I wouldn't want to be in the crossfire. So.
Okay.
That's why sometimes I don't share my real opinions. But this is the podcast. I'll share my real opinions here. I feel like Maraji, right? She could have been a little bit, politically correct.
What of the Buddhists though? Why are the Buddhists not pissed?
Yeah, they are not.
She mentioned Buddha. She mentioned Krishna.
They're not on Twitter, Nigeria, but I'm pretty sure they were. She mentioned. Few of them might have.
The thing is, Buddhists won't even care because to Buddhists, Buddha is not really God. Buddha is not even God. Buddhism is more of you as God per se. Yeah. So this, it's not. Exactly. So Buddhists won't be pissed. People who are members of ISKCON, so International Society for Krishna Consciousness, they won't even get pissed at these things because they're just there singing their Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, and everybody's happy. They're there cutting their hair in a funny manner, rubbing chalk on their faces. It's again, why are these people upset? Anyways, I'm not in their shoes, I guess. I'd never know.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, everybody will have one thing or the other that will piss him off, so you can't just stop people from getting pissed. You can't just stop people from being sensitive. Yeah. So, can you just wrap up this discussion?
Me? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, well, I feel like, right, this thing we're doing in the world where everybody needs to be politically correct, or you are cancelled or you are shut down, we're not doing ourselves any favors. free speech is an integral part of democracies. People should be able to say whatever they want to say. Now, some of the things they say may be ignorant and hurtful, but then it's best for them to say it, so at least they hold those views.
Yeah.
Than for them to keep it in their hearts. True. So if we really want a free society, people should be able to say these things. Also, I feel like we move around daily trying to be offended by one thing or the other. If you see something,
like some people are just looking for the slightest thing.
Exactly. Why?
Let's explode.
Again,
everyone is angry.
She was talking about, and some people say that I'm on her side because I want to have dinner with her. And while that may not be wrong, it's not absolutely right. So this is me also shooting my shot.
You're not denying the fact that.
This podcast. In Maraji, in case you're listening to it, I'll be in Lagos when I want to have dinner. But okay, and you will pay, by the way. But that's not the important thing. So the thing is, we just need to allow people to say what they want to say. If at all you have issues with anybody or anything, come at them with superior argument instead of sentiments and emotions, and threats of violence or whatnot. Really, the world has moved on from that kind of shit. Like, no one really cares. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's for that. So something happened last week. Members of the intelligence response team were conveying a kidnapping kingpin in Taraba.
That was like a movie.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
So they're taking him from somewhere around Taraba, I think around EB or so, to the police headquarters.
That was in Taraba?
Yeah.
Wow.
To the police headquarters command in Jalingo. And they were attacked by
military men.
Yeah, they were attacked by members of the Nigerian Army. Yeah, so they were attacked by members of the Nigerian Army. They were shot at. 3 of the.
I'm sorry, I can't pretend I didn't. I heard that was funny. It's good. We have fans. Go on.
Yeah.
We have fans in the studio. Say hi, fans. Yeah.
We have eggs. Freddy.
Hey, I have some little kids that have just been coming in and out. So, they're all part of it. This is just a discussion.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, right, so the police was attacked by the Nigerian Army, bottom line.
Just like you warned.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that the guy they were conveying was bound with handcuffs, like both his legs and his hands. The Nigerian military claims that the guy escaped during the attack. So now, I understand that the police is real, but I don't understand what the real story is, like what really happened. Where is the guy they arrested?
Where to be found?
I think his name is Alaji Udami or something, and they said he gets millions from kidnapping people. So the police said that they actually suspicious that the soldiers deliberately either killed him.
I heard the soldiers were on his payroll. That's what I saw. I'm not sure.
That what?
That the soldiers were on his payroll. Like
yes. So the police has a suspicion that these soldiers were on his payroll, so they helped rescue him. But now that the police has gone out on a manhunt for this guy, the soldiers have killed him, or they are planning to kill him so that they can cover up their names.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's some serious investigation going into that, but I think on a lighter note, the police might need Sega Link for this. He has been helping civilians against the Nigerian police and some other.
When I saw the police using hashtags,
it was just funny.
I laughed my ass out. The thing is, there's a lot of injustice to go around, right? When
you go to everybody.
Yes, when you perpetuate injustice, at some point the chicken will come home to roost. These guys on a daily basis are shooting people in the streets. The police, in fact, should be proscribed as a terrorist organization in this country. There's barely a day that goes by that you don't hear that they have shot at somebody, they have brutalized somebody. So, to be fair, I'm happy. They deserve it. And people will say, oh, well, people died, people lost their lives. Well, pardon my French, but fuck them. The whole time those guys were busy killing other people, we were crying, carrying placards. They did not care about us, right? So now that they are being killed, fuck them. Let them die. I don't care, And someone may say, oh, that this boy, you're heartless and everything, and, maybe try to arrest me or whatever. But the truth of the matter remains that until we truly try to reform our system, the system that puts so much power in the hands of people who have no problem abusing that power, we'll continue to have these problems. I'm very happy. Someone once said that the police has no right to investigate the army. I will not mention who, but someone up there who has said that. So all these, they're investigating. I have very zero hopes. I commiserate with the family of
the civilian that died.
Yeah,
the police officer that died. So.
Yeah, I commiserate with the family because again, probably they're breadwinner. But you knew what you were getting into when you couldn't talk to your popsy. Listen, you guys are always there shooting people in the streets, and it is possible that these ones that died were probably not the same people shooting people in the streets.
Yeah, I wanted to actually make that point that these guys actually work based on intelligence. I know the regular police guys are going on the streets arresting people,
but they are together.
Yeah,
they are your friends. They are your colleagues. If I move around with my laptop, they'd say I'm a Yahoo boy, right? When I had my dreadlocks, they said I was a cultist. I had to cut my dreadlocks. So. Well, fuck them. I saw the video. They were saying, we're from the IGP, Kiniko from Abuja, and they were saying...
Yeah, Abakari's men.
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, even as young people, when we say to them, listen, I work for so company, I am not a Yahoo boy, I am not... They still brutalize us, no? True. Good! So it has gone round, and it has come to them, and I cannot be happier. And the soldiers too, by the way, they are now in positions... they are now in positions where they are brutalizing other people, Abi. So they should also have it in mind that a time will come when they too will be victims of this same injustice. True. So until we sit down and reform our system such that injustice does not go unpunished, such that people are unable to abuse power even if they want to, we will continue to have these things. And at the moment, I really can't pity anybody. I'm not crying, I'm not shedding a tear, not for one person. Fuck them, fuck everybody.
I think this just goes as a lesson to the police. I mean, we need to understand that we're in a struggle and the struggle goes round. Like, everybody's just going to get hit. We are part of this system that is just poorly ruled, you're just poorly performing, and then we just need to, as a people, join hands and fight this. Yeah. Because this just comes a couple of days after the same police guys were brutalizing people that came out for the revolution now. Protest.
Yes.
And the same guys were there telling them that this is our problem. It is not just the problem of the masses, it's not just the problem of the civilians. It is everybody's problem. It's going to come back and bite you. And a few days later, he came back and he masticated them in the good cells.
Sorry, say that
again. Masticated them in the booty out.
What the hell?
Them in the ass.
I mean, yeah, I know what you said, but I was wondering why you had to use that. But go to the police barracks and see the rundown places they live in. The police, they have so many issues. They should actually be on the side of citizens. Someone said that, these people just take commands from their superiors. I will remind us of what happened in Turkey, right? When some people tried to topple Iran's government. The soldiers in the streets did not shoot at civilians. They did not shoot at civilians. Even when civilians were hurling stuff at them, they did not shoot at civilians. Do you know why? Because they said that these civilians are our brothers. They are our sisters, they are our mothers, they are our fathers. When we're done with work, we go home, we take off our uniform, they are our family members.
We're done with them.
Do you understand? So why would we shoot at them? Now come to Nigeria. Give them gun. And all of a sudden, you look like bushmates, and they're just happy to shoot. I still remember the time Aku accosted me, on Benin Express, and they said, they'll shoot me right there. And I said to them, you will not do that. But look, I was scared that those guys can actually shoot me and nothing would happen. Yeah, this country is fucked. So yeah, fuck everybody once more.
Let's just rewind a little bit to that revolution now protest. So Sowore said we should come out. Sowore, right? Sowore. Sowore said we should come out to the streets and protest.
Sahara Reporters guy.
Yeah.
Nobody can pronounce it.
That's fine. But I think it's Sowore though. So Sowore said we should come out to the streets, we should protest, and he was arrested by the DSS. I saw the way they just took him out of the room, just literally pushed him off, go into the car, and then they zoomed off. First of all, I don't think that even made any sense. Like, they said he was being a threat to national security. I did not see how that was a threat.
He made empty statements though.
Yeah, so Sowore gone, but they tried to demonize the protest. What do you think? Like, I don't think that protest is off. It's off.
I will not take any call for revolution seriously. because again, from experience, when people are calling for protest, you just have to look very closely, and you will see that they are being puppets, and there are people behind. Remember in 2012 when some people came on the streets. Sowore was even one of them now.
Yep.
Subsidy must not be cancelled, kiniko. And later we found out that those things were bankrolled, because it was actually against good judgment to retain subsidy. You cannot give knife, I can't make this joke, or I can't say this thing because of mental health. I can't, but the point is, you cannot arm a crazy person and then turn around and be upset that the person is chasing you with that weapon. We had a system where people could speak, people could protest. When Goodluck Jonathan was president, you could literally say anything about the president. They insulted his wife, insulted him. They even said his child was dead at some point. Who was arrested? 0. Someone said that he'd rather pick a dead pig than pick Goodluck Jonathan. Who was arrested? Nobody. That person now is a football pundit writing a book about digital wealth. Fuck him. But the thing remains, when people are calling for revolutions, we must be very careful.
Yep.
History is replete with examples upon examples of times when people who called for revolution actually became bigger oppressors than the people they replaced. It is all over the world. If you historically in France, it happened. If you check South America, even how did what's his name? This Zimbabwean guy that just recently Mugabe. Wasn't not still the revolution stuff. You go to the Gambia, you see it. You go to these guys, they call for revolution and they are only trying to install themselves. I don't think they are better. If at all they wanted a revolution, the polls, gave an opportunity for Nigerians to actually protest, go to the polls and vote. What happened? Everybody wanted to be on the ballot. They forgot that we had to choose between the devil and the deep blue sea. And the good thing is that at least with the deep blue sea, we had a boat. We had a raft. It was the deep blue sea, we could have drowned, but there was a raft. There was a boat. But everybody, worked to get the devil back in power. Again, I'm not a religious person, so I don't think the devil is bad. Just in case people are listening and they want to come and arrest me, the devil is not necessarily a bad guy, guys. Please don't arrest me. I'm sorry. I'm not calling anybody devil. Well, yeah. So you miss the opportunity to vote for someone better, and then you come now and say we should come and stand in the streets. Fuck that. Where were these people when the Chief Justice, was removed under how many days? Where were these people? Did they come out on the streets? We were on the streets. I was on the streets. We said come out. They did not come out. When we were doing the NCAC protest, I was on the streets. Where were these people? They did not come out. So now that they want to come and, please.
Can I just chime in here?
Yeah.
So just before you go on, right? So you said the polls was an opportunity for them to protest.
Yeah.
But I really think the polls the electoral process is not really an instrument that we can use for revolution because it's compromised.
Oh, please.
We don't have
compromised
the power.
By who?
We really do not have the. From my opinion, my personal opinion, I don't think we really have the power to dictate what happens in the electoral process because we have people just hijacking. Like we know people are going to be there and they are going to spend a lot of money on people, on resources to make sure that by hook or by crook they get elected or re-elected. So how do you want the people to take that charge?
So the people who were supposed to come out for the protest, were they not the same people involved in the elections?
Well,
good. So who snatches the ballot boxes? Us. Who waylays election materials on the road? Us. Who in Lagos? People went to ballot to polling units and scattered the place, set some places on fire, etc., etc. Who were those people? Us. So we missed the opportunity. Again, the people in power, the elites, are just them. Without us, they have no power, right? If the president, for instance, says to INEC chair, for instance, key, please, because of people who are listening. But if the president says to INEC chair, I need you to rig this process for me, and the INEC chair says no, will the process be rigged? No. If everyone down that line says I must do the right thing, there will be no wrong thing. But we behave as if, God. Listen, let us suffer that suffer because we're not ready.
So I think, I agree with you. The people are the problem of the people. Like, this is a people problem. It's not. People keep complaining that the leadership is a problem. I still feel like to an extent problem. So I think the conclusion is, to an extent, Nigeria is not just ripe for a revolution. Whether going on to the streets to protest or at the ballots or some other place, I don't think we are prepared for that. I don't think we have the. What's
the common ground upon which we would even protest? There's no common ground.
The common ground is that we are messing each other up. The common ground is that we are just.
But do we want to stop messing each other up? We don't want to. The people who are protesting or who are crying blood now, they just want to replace and become the new oppressors. True. Please, we've been here before.
And it's just a vicious cycle.
Pre-2015, there were people crying, shouting in the streets, Jonathan this, Jonathan that. They got into power and did even worse. So they were not trying to change anything. They said, we're going to do true federalism, etc., etc. Got into power and just said, you know what, let's keep this federalism thing to the side for a moment. Please, let nobody deceive anybody. This country is dysfunctional. At the moment, everybody's trying to job everybody. Don't allow them to job you. Use your head.
Shine your eye.
That's it. So if you want to protest, collect your money up front because someone is paying for that protest. It is the truth. I'm telling you, every protest is sponsored either in cash or kind. Collect your money. Don't go there and do it for the love of country. They will use your head. People became billionaires after the subsidy protest. They are there. These are young men. They bought houses. Whereas the people who were in the streets are still in the streets today hustling, making even fewer bread than they made before. So please, let's not even deceive each other. Fuck everybody once more.
So, but do you think Sowore deserves to go to jail? Do you think Sowore deserves some serious sanction?
It's difficult to say. So he made certain statements, right? But I don't like, and I would say this. So the courts have said he should be remanded for another 45 days so that the DSS can finish their investigation. Now, it doesn't make sense that you arrest someone and then investigate. That's very stupid.
Supposed to investigate before arrest somebody.
You understand? It's like, okay, we're going to lock you up first, then we'll look for something you have done wrong.
Then we'll now come and charge you.
Do you understand? But again, this system was propped up by these same people. Sowore used his Sahara reporters against Jonathan more than anyone can possibly count. So you do not install somebody thinking you're going to benefit, and then the person turns around and masticates you in the gluteal regions, and then you start crying wolf. No. So the courts again, but even when we talk about the courts, the thing in this country now, and a lot of people are not even talking. When the court gives an order that does not please certain people, the courts are not obeyed.
Yeah.
When the court gives an order that is in line with what they want for whatever, they obey it. So when we're even saying, should the court do this and should the court do that, at the moment our lives are in the hands of God. Because even the courts, they are just there for whatever reason. No one takes them seriously. Fuck everybody. Yes. That's the thing. The final thing. Everybody must be fucked. In the ass, if possible.
No.
Okay, sorry, I just tried to slide out.
Yeah, but no.
I mean, use some lube. Okay.
I mean, but I agree. Nigerians are the problems of Nigerians. Like we just, I don't think we are ready for all this. We're not ready for all this. It is time for it. I think it's time for us to say no. We are the wall. Let's push back, but we're not just ready.
We are not though. We're not at the wall. We're just.
So if you push a baby to the wall, he's just going to crawl his way to the other wall or crawl the length of the wall. So we're just there, or maybe dig a hole in the wall. I know a lecturer is telling me in university that Nigerians are the sort of people when you push the wall, they just
they go around the wall.
You dig a hole in the wall and then just creep into it.
We're not ready. It's a total waste of time.
Yeah, for now.
I won't be involved. I already said I'm not protesting about anything in Nigeria. Again, except it's something I'm really, really passionate about. But otherwise, because so many protests that we have called were ignored because we did not align with certain interests. So they see something that is bad, come out and protest because the people who would be affected by the protest are in their good books. Yeah. They turn the other side. Now, when those people are no longer in their good books, they now want me to come out and protest. God punish them. Fuck them. I'm not protesting. Shit.
Yeah, so that's fine. I mean, can we have some lighter conversations?
Yes, please.
We've been too deep for too long. We've been too serious for too long.
Yes, I'm tired of shocking people.
So do you watch soccer?
Soccer?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like that's what the US guys call it. Do you watch football?
That's more like it, football. Sometimes, yes.
So the EPL is back and some things have been ripped. You know, a couple of guys haven't had it so nice. We have Chelsea, for example, being roasted, and I don't think Chelsea is going to come back from this. I don't think there's any good turn for Chelsea anytime soon because number one, they cannot get players to their team, and they sold some of the major players they have on their team because they have a transfer ban. So predictions, what do you think is the top 4 is going to look like?
Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
My team, I know my team isn't going there.
What was your team? Manchester United?
Yeah. So there's no need.
I think Man U will top 4.
No, that's impossible. Because we want Chelsea.
No.
We actually poor yesterday.
Yeah, you guys weren't so good. But Chelsea was just horrible. So I mean, they have Zuma, someone that could not even, he can't even defend his. I mean, he can't even defend himself. So
I guess everybody has their bad days.
No, Zuma is going to be bad this season. Like, he's going to be horrible this season. Trust me. There's nothing good coming out for Chelsea this season. Maybe they might just go to the quarterfinals in the Champions League.
Champions League.
Luckily.
I think they're not going to pass the group stage.
The group stages.
They are lucky.
Well, they have not done the draws yet, so. But I think my prediction, Roof is in the house. Rough.
Was.
Hello, Rufi.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late, man. Alright.
That's
I'm
alright.
Welcome to the 5th episode of the Notorious Podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Sorry I kept you all waiting.
Yeah, so we've discussed a couple of things, but we are currently talking about our predictions for the ongoing EPL season.
Okay.
Yeah.
The predictions generally.
Yeah, just top 4 for now.
Top 5 Liverpool now, number 1.
Are you not a Man U fan?
Go for beat.
What?
Go for beat.
It's not that deep.
It's people. Nah man. So what are your predictions?
I'm sure Man City will just be Liverpool, Man City top 2 for me.
Of course, no, definitely.
Then maybe Tottenham will come their normal 3rd.
And waste people's time.
Yeah, waste people's time. Go to Champions League, play rubbish. Then I think a team will surprise us. One of these newbies or some.
I think Everton are going to be the best.
Who? Everton.
Yeah, I think Everton
they're looking good
this season.
Okay.
I think so too because I mean Everton has some really good quality players.
Yeah.
If you compare to some teams, like I'm not going to say names, but I don't think Arsenal is cutting the top 4 still.
You think?
I don't think so.
They won't.
Wow.
It's like a general consensus.
I really don't think the Arsenal still has that winning mentality. Like, for example, last season they had good players.
Yeah.
They have Aubameyang, they have Lacazette and
the likes,
and they went to the Europa finals. That was the time I just lost hope. I was like, this guy can't even do anything for the shit. You understand? You have good quality players and you're playing against Chelsea and you're losing the finals in the Europa. I mean, no. I think that mentality hasn't still left them. So let's give them one more season and see if they're going to be better.
Arsenal has been crap for almost 15 years, I think.
Yeah. Since 2000.
No Arsenal fans here, because I'm not seeing no one is revolting.
No, for you, they have been crap for almost 15 years.
Yeah.
They went 10 years trophyless.
Wow.
Who is that?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but they don't play for trophies now.
What do you play for?
What do you play for?
It's just for the game now. Like they just like to play like.
I mean, because they play for the trophies.
If they've not gotten trophy in 16 years, it's not about the trophy anymore.
That's the point I'm not trying to make. The mentality is there. Like,
just enjoy kicking the ball around.
Yeah, and making money.
That's it, and they're pretty good at making the money, and they,
of course, they are.
So they have found what works for them.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, I think Man City will still win it, and I hope they win it because I'm a die-hard Pep Guardiola fan.
No,
I think I'm going to.
You're not a Man City fan. You're a Pep fan.
What do you say?
Yeah, a Pep fan, not a Man City fan.
Yeah, I'm a Pep fan. Okay, so
cool.
Wherever he is, he should succeed.
That's fair enough.
Like I don't even mind. Well, I actually mind him winning Champions League, but it could be a Barca Man City final, and I'm fine. Then we'll now trash Man City.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You couldn't trash Liverpool.
It's complex. We can't have this conversation here, but yeah. So, Ruffy, we actually had a couple of discussions before, as I said.
Yeah.
We talked about the Maraji post, the police army beef, and we talked about Sowore's arrest too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're just talking about some trivial stuff.
Okay.
Something not so serious. We've been very serious since the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think we should just chip in something that
you guys didn't talk about Tekno.
Not yet.
Tekno on the.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's one that is just here that I think we should just quickly just address.
Yeah.
So, the gubernatorial election for Kogi and Bayelsa are coming up in November, and we've been seeing some very funny moves. I think those moves have political undertone. So first, in Bayelsa, we have the revival of trade money.
Yeah,
trade money is back on the streets.
Of course, now.
Elections now.
They actually listed like 10,000 traders to get 10K for the micro loans.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, Yaya Bello has money to pay salaries
after 37 months. Yeah,
some people say after like 40 something months.
That's embarrassingly, yes.
Yeah, some pensioners said they have not been paid for like 48 months or so.
Yeah.
So it's just painful that, I mean, he's going to say some of this, what they call it, the deficit is not all from his regime, but I think it's just horrible.
Me personally, I feel the biggest mistake APC is going to make at this point is giving the Bello the ticket. That's the honest truth.
He's definitely getting it. What do you think about him and Dino coming
head to head?
Yeah.
No, Dino is not winning PDP's ticket now, but hypothetically speaking, are you saying hypothetically speaking, or Dino is actually good? I don't think Dino is getting PDP's ticket. I don't think the Igala people will not allow for a non-Igala to come into power again. That's the honest truth.
Can Kogi really pay salaries if they are not getting FAAC?
No, I don't
So
think
then, if all these people are working and are not creating enough values that can at least pay their own salaries, what exactly are they doing? You know, so these are certain things we need to start thinking about. Because even if you take Yaya Bello out and put you, for instance, Rufus, Rufy, you know, you still won't be able to do much because these are just people who are there unproductive, probably go to work. I don't see how you are creating value, right? And they don't pay you for 37 months and you don't take that value somewhere else and create that value there. Do you understand? So these guys are in that perpetual cycle because they don't do anything. You know, if you were a doctor, for instance, and you were working at a government hospital and they're not paying you at the government hospital, what do? You carry your car and go to a private hospital or start your own practice with a couple of your other doctors and create value there and make money, no? But then these public servants here, you know, they are there 37 months, they're not doing shit.
Civil servants.
No, what I'm saying basically is that apart from him, the carelessness of not paying salaries, we have to check whether truly the state can afford to pay salaries. Because some states in this country are insolvent. You know, they are broke. If FAAC doesn't come, such states are states.
Like, my point is, I think every state in Nigeria can be self-sufficient. You just need people who can think.
And that's why
because Kogi State is like the state with the second state with the highest mineral deposit in Nigeria. You get so you can't tell me that a state like that can't pay workers. The thing is, the people at the helm of affairs are the ones not thinking. Because I don't understand why you come and say, okay, Plateau State like just declare like 9 billion internal generated revenue just recently. You get like you can actually
but from where?
Wait, is that for a month? 9 billion for the entire
I don't
state?
believe that.
Yes, for the state.
Is that for a month?
I didn't read the full report.
Okay, because if it's for the entire year, that is abysmal.
No, it's abysmal now. It can't be 9 billion.
Because even for a month, 9 billion.
No, because I think it was for the month of like last month also. Because that's when I read the report on Premium.
But what do they do here? Such states.
What do they do?
Where do they generate revenue from?
From companies now and businesses.
How many big businesses are running here?
These banks alone. Not small money you get from banks when it comes to tax.
We have a few industries.
Yeah, just a few. When people actually look at Plateau State and assume there's no money.
There's actually money
because some of these businesses actually
No. We are making the mistake
but
Nigerians make. There is money. But what are the things chasing this money? So you have your income, you have your expenditure. So yes, you're making income, good. But is it on par at least with the expenditure?
No,
you usually have a case where you're making income, but the expenditure is like multiple times the income you're making. For instance, your state governor once said that so they make about 5.4 billion. They make about 4.4 billion, but their wage bill alone is 5.4 billion.
Yeah.
So that means every month they have a 1 billion naira deficit. That's crazy. You know, so you need to do a lot of math and a lot of moving things around, you know, but then there's also the political expediency of moving things around.
You
know, so these these public servants that are just there are the ones who will vote, you know.
Yeah.
So if you even try to move them around or to retrench them, the unions will come and start crying. And we have leaders who are not thinking, mostly because the people will not appreciate any thought. You know, so if you even think and say, let us change the way things are done, people would protest and say, no, we need to leave it the exact way it is. For instance, if you have, like I say again, if you have people who have not been paid for 37 months, and those people are not able to move away and generate value somewhere else, you can imagine why such people would continue to be in that system. Because in that system, they don't have to create value. And
yeah, but do you blame the system or do you blame the people?
No,
I think the system is
a product of the people now. There's no system without people.
Yeah.
You know, there's the people, there's the process, and then there's the product. Product is the value they create. Zilch product.
Because I don't see where these people can go to. That's the honest truth. They can't even go anywhere. Would they go to neighboring Edo states or go to Benue
but
states?
They can move out. They can move out. Like I said again, with hospital setting, if a government hospital is not functional, right? A few doctors and health professionals in that hospital can move out and start up their own thing, you know. So if you have like 10 doctors and 4 of them, you know, and some lab scientists, pharmacists, etc., move away, give them a couple of years, they have something good standing, you know, by the side. But you have these people, they are not creating any value. They are just there to take salaries, you know. I don't see, again, if my employer does not pay me for 1 month, I am moving. Do you understand? Because I don't see how I am working and you're not paying me. It's not possible. You know, my employer does not owe me. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Because I will move. And the moment I move with my value, you will feel it. Do you understand? So if they are not paying you and you're doing all you're doing and it's not even shaking them, it means, fam, you're not doing much.
But I think these people are in a helpless situation. That's what I feel. They are just in a helpless, because you see someone with family of 5, 6, catering for, where will he even move to? When he moves from Kogi State and moves to Benue State where they are paying salaries also.
You don't have to move to state. I just say move.
Yeah, I know. Like, even if you want to move from public to the private sector, how many private sectors are even hiring?
Like how? I don't think they even have like enough entities there
to absorb these kind of people.
You create.
But I think
it's just a complex. It's
very complex. But I think the central point is what Guy is doing right now is just pre-election gambit.
They will still vote for him.
That's the funny.
They will still vote for him
because we fought for these simple things. I mean,
they know that they are being duped. Did you not see the elections that happened a few months ago?
Yeah.
Everybody knew we're being jobbed, but however, job me. You know, they knew these people will. You're saying no one will vote for Yaya, but he will win. Because again, it's beyond. You see people who will not go out to vote, right? You see people who will just not take the election seriously. And the reason why we have bad leaders consistently is because there is no cost to that bad leader for being bad.
Yeah.
If you know that if I do this thing, my people will even recall me. Like they will pressure the people in the House of Assembly to impeach me. Because if you hold your House of Assembly rep, you must impeach this man. Yeah. Even if the governor gives that House of Assembly person money, that man knows I cannot go home to eat this money. Yeah. You know, he will do what he has to do to remove this guy from office. Check Anambra, for instance. Yeah. Why is it that Anambra has had better governors than most of the states in this country? Yeah. It's because they know. Oh, bless you, bro. It's because they okay, calm down with the pride. It's because they know that, you know, if we don't, these people are not poor, they are not beggars, they will remove us. They'll put me inside boots and drive away like they did to one of the governors back then.
That's the thing with like the highest number of billionaires now.
Yeah. They put the guy inside boots and took him away. You know, you come back, imagine such a man, imagine such a man becomes governor again. He will know not to mess with his people. But where the people now who have not been paid for 37 months, the day they see Yaya face to face, they'll be telling him, well done, sir.
Of course.
They will bow.
That's like how I ask him it. Oh God. Anyways.
I mean, we just have a long way to go. Like we just concluded that we have actually reached that time that we need a revolution, but we are not mature enough to do that.
We can't cry.
We are still just babies.
Yeah. So fuck them.
We actually planned to do this for 45 minutes, and we've hit our 45-minute mark.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So can we just take 5 minutes to talk about Tekno's video? Ruffy wants to talk about Tekno's video.
Do I really want to talk about it? Because I'm angry
that
that Nigerian police will only flex on like people who are almost helpless and Nigerian musicians lately. I think they are more severe cases. Okay, look at Yemi Alade's dancer yesterday.
Yeah, so
he was just harassed and arrested also. So I don't know. See, honestly, I don't want to speak. Nigerian police just
these are the people
about
that soldiers are killing. I think.
So let me. The National Council of Arts and Culture, NCAC, said, and I quote, his conduct is a threat to national security and a bad influence on Nigerian youth.
Wow.
So they said according to section 134 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State, an indecent act in public place made by parties engaging in the act are liable to imprisonment for 2 years.
Wow. So Tekno faces 2 years,
and they're actually pretty serious because the police actually apprehended him, and he got bail on health grounds. Yeah. But then it was after he got his bail.
They're following our politicians.
They're not feeling fine. So when he got his bail, he now went on to publish the video, and they are even more pissed now. So they said they are just going to investigate the matter.
The video is out.
The video is out. It came out the day before yesterday also.
I need to see it.
It's quite mad though.
I think I like the concept because that's like the first time I'm seeing something like that from a Nigerian artist.
No.
For real?
I think I saw it. Tiger or something.
No, from a Nigerian artist. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's Nigerian artist.
But that video was crazy though. Like,
it was. The concept was.
So when people say that someone is a bad influence on Nigerian youth, I don't understand. So if I'm passing now and I see naked women inside a van, I'll now go and join them in the van, or I'll drive a van tomorrow and stay inside naked. Yeah. How exactly is that influencing Nigerian youth?
Exactly.
We're in a society where people would rather chase ants when they have elephants on their heads. We have over 21 million youths who are unemployed. Right? These people can be influenced by our politicians that are stealing, by young boys that are making money, by people who are claiming to be making money from rituals. No one is talking about any of those things. No one is doing anything about any of those things. Tekno brings a couple of young, beautiful girls to dance to cool our temper down. Because for a lot of us, it's music we have. We listen to Davido, he's singing, everyone is singing pom pom pom. We just calm down a bit. Don't worry. Eventually, we won't even have the music we have, right? And that is when the real revolution will start.
That's true.
So we have Razak on the line. Razak, you're alive.
Yo, guys, what's up now?
We're good.
How far now, Razak?
So we're talking about Tekno.
Okay, that's this thing, the video shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Me, I didn't even know. At first, I didn't even know it was Tekno. I just came on to that day and I was seeing
best
inside truck and people just shout. And I actually passed that toll gate and I was wondering why I've never saw that kind of thing.
So what's your take? What's your take?
I feel it's a video shoot. Okay, I was actually watching they interviewed the director guy Oji Tomori on Hip TV. I was actually watching like a few days back. He was saying they invited them for questioning and stuff, but they explained everything. There was a video shoot and everything. Try explaining there was a video shoot and they didn't mean to cause harm and stuff. And people were saying children would have been out there, blah blah blah. Then they were like, that was like around 12 a.m. or so. Why would any child be out there around that? Yeah. So they were going to their location on the island or something. So that was it, sure.
So Abdul, I'm sorry, Razak. Before you joined, I was saying that the National Council for Arts and Culture actually taking it personal. They said what he did is actually a threat to national security and a bad influence on the youth. In fact, there are some sections in the what they call it, in the Lagos, the law of Lagos that stipulates that he can actually get jail time for what he did.
2 years.
So now they are pretty pissed, and they said the police granted him bail on health grounds, just go and treat himself, but he went on to release the video. So that's what was actually making them. What do you say?
Yeah, I think he released the video already.
Yeah. Already. So they are actually getting.
That's
pissed,
why they are pissed.
And they said they are going to investigate and see what comes out of it. Maybe we should just pray for Tekno. because a lot of people like Tekno, and a lot of people are going to.
When we're done talking about all these things, we're going to go to our xvideos.com and watch the real thing that will influence us.
Because
this Tekno video cannot influence me to beat my meat.
Exactly.
Something more influential.
And the thing is, look at what one emir of where that said homosexuality and lesbianism is the cause of what did he say? Is the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. So this is how these men think.
So is it that the
Or these people
that
think.
are kidnapping people, they're like, oh shit, I can't find any fellow man to fuck, so I'm going to stand on the road and kidnap people.
Exactly.
It's funny, you know. I think last year in Kano, when they paid a huge sum of money for people to get married, like they paid some ladies' dowries just for men to marry them. They said they're trying to curb prostitution.
How does that curb
But like
prostitution?
some of the solutions we just come up with is just ridiculous. Like you cannot say. I mean, I that's when people started taking sniper to die. They said we're going to ban sniper, and I'm like, okay, so you're going to take off Third Mainland Bridge.
Exactly.
Stop selling kitchen knives,
ropes.
stop selling ropes, and it's just funny. You need to. The people are actually the problem. We need to just work on ourselves, and something positive will come out of it.
Yeah.
Please, if you can, start moving to Ghana. Prospects in Ghana are better, to be very honest.
Rwanda is.
Well, I wouldn't go to Rwanda.
Just
to be very honest. I mean, I like at least a semblance of democracy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go to Rwanda as my first choice. Ghana is actually my first choice.
Yeah.
But the people we have in power in this country are not serious. Those of us who are not in power, who are supporting them, we are not serious. Last, nobody is serious in this country. Yeah.
So when we get serious, we do serious
That's
stuff.
correct.
Yeah, so we need to wrap this up.
R.I.P. DJ Arafat.
DJ Arafat died, I think early this morning.
Yeah,
Bike
so
accident.
bike accident. So R.I.P. DJ Arafat. And Joe Budden called this guy's album ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who? Burna Boy's album ridiculous.
What?
But the undertone, he was like, when someone bashed him, he was like, nah, he meant ridiculous, like in
Like
a good
amazing.
way. Yeah, amazing.
But I think that's what he's
yeah, that's what he actually. I think that's what he actually meant. But I think that was just
I think it's like when
clickbait.
someone
He
says
was
mad.
mad,
Yeah,
exactly.
mad.
You
I
know,
was
people
talking to a white
took
friend,
it out of context.
and I said to her, mad photo, and she DM'd me and she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, in my country, we say mad when something makes sense, Like, when you're Michael Jackson bad. That kind of thing.
So people took it out of
Yeah, so if
context.
it's good, ridiculous, I believe it's good. What do you say?
He said ridiculous.
Good. If it's good, ridiculous, I share that opinion.
Yeah.
Burna Boy's album is really mad.
Yeah, no.
It's amazing.
Burna Boy is our top expert.
Of
In
course,
fact,
now, right
Burna
now.
for president.
Soon come.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening to the Notorious Podcast. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. And thanks, Jaja P. HD.
First time in Jos.
Yeah, glad to be in Jos.
You have to come back.
Yeah, you have to come back.
I now need to find Jos women.
No, you
Because I
have
want to experience
peace in your life.
Yes, I just want to experience them.
You've never experienced just women in your
Never.
life. Why?
I don't know what I've been doing.
You've been
with my
cheated.
life. I need to experience
Actually
it.
trouble.
Cheated.
Yes.
They're trouble.
So
Have you tried it?
thank you
Girls?
very much, guys.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you, Rufy.
Yeah, so once
Thank you,
again,
Apple.
follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on
everywhere.
YouTube, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, where else? Well, like
And if you want to give us money, we're open now.
Yeah, we're open for sponsorships.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Peace out.
So, peace out.
I think it's already out. Well done, guys.